Greetings one and all, this is Lloyd Brown and welcome one and all to Lloyd Brown Music. Now if you was expecting an episode of What Me I Do Wednesdays yesterday, which happened to be Wednesday, you didn't get it. The reason why you didn't get it, I'm going to make a disclaimer right now. Now, the reason why you didn't get that episode was simply because of the fact that I went to bed at 8 o'clock a.m. Wednesday morning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, way past stupid o'clock. I had myself 2 hours sleep and I still had some runnings on road that I needed to take care of. Greetings one and all, I'm on road and right about now, my ends is looking kind of dystopian. It's a brand new normal, brethren and sistren. For real, brand new. So I just got my supplies and I'm gonna go back in and hook up some beats for you all. Aight, laters. So I went and done that, came back, got into the studio, said to myself, yep, I'm ready to just knock out some rhythms, knock out some lyrics, knock out some vibes and bring it to my subscribers and the YouTube massive and the social media massive. That didn't happen. It was not happening simply because I was having eye fatigue, ear fatigue, all kind of fatigue that you can imagine. And then I even made the stupidest decision and stayed up till like around 1:30, 1:45 Thursday morning. And I had a face fit for radio yesterday and I just knew that I could not do the same thing again. The days of bleaching for me are well and truly over. I can't be doing that crap again at 56. What kind of foolishness is that? I am here today to give you somewhat of a consolation video, as it were. And I thought, well, what am I going to talk about today? And I decided I'm going to talk about my humble beginnings as a music producer and to actually say goodbye to an old friend. So let's get into it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, today I'm going to be talking about my humble beginnings as a music producer. It all started from the year 2004 when I decided to form a company called Rhythmworks Entertainments. And that was done simply to create an umbrella company so that I have different subsidiary companies that I can create as I'm going along to deal with a specific facet of the company, i.e. music production, video production, graphic design, programming, editing, all that kind of stuff. So that was something I really wanted to get off the ground and underway. So in doing so, I had to invest in some equipment, my music computer, my video editing suite, my cameras and my lighting and my green screen equipment and video editing software. I had all of that, but I specifically want to talk about my music production and how that started because that is basically the crux of my whole entire career, producing music in some kind of way, whether vocalizing it or producing it. So I just want to get into the vocal side of things. In doing so, I need to bid a fond farewell to an old and trusted friend. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to introduce you to the late and the great Miss Windows. The reason why I call her Miss Windows is due to a very good friend of mine, Stephanie. We would periodically have phone calls and more times than not, I would forget to link her on the odd occasion and have to profusely apologize to her for not linking her. And she would say, that's all right, me know, Miss Windows, you're there for Miss Windows, you're there for Miss Windows. And that's how the name stuck with Miss Windows here. Now the story of this computer started when I linked up with my brethren, the late DJ Flyer, who used to run an internet station called Rhythm Buster. And prior to that, he was on the late Tony Williams station, Rhythm 365. More nerdy than a lot of nerdy people that I know about the place. And we became friends. He was a huge fan of mine. And when I realized that he makes computers and what have you, I asked him to build me 2 computers. My music computer, Miss Windows, a video editing suite. He done that. I just want to give you the specs of this computer. Because remember, it was 2004. The specs are as follows. This computer was running on a Windows 2000 operating system. It was running on a Pentium 3 processor with 1 gig of RAM. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just take a little pause in your life and just let that sink in. I'll repeat again. Windows 2000 operating system, Pentium 3 processor running on 1 gig of RAM. I had made in total of 19 albums on this piece of machine. 15 albums of mine, my solo efforts, and I produced 4 albums for other artists. I produced half an album for Michael Gordon's Poems and Rhymes. I produced Donna Marie's Next Chapter album. I produced Lynn Gerald's debut album, and I'd also produced Sade Aman's Traveling Hopefully album. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video was to simply put across a simple message. You don't have to have the best equipment in the world to start your music production career. You just simply got to work with what you have. I just keep hearing that Chezidek song, work with what you have and improve on it. It is so true. That's always been my mantra. And I've always been a till the wheels fall off kind of guy. If it ain't broken, why am I trying to fix it? If it does its job, just let it keep doing its job. Give it a nice clean every week or every 2 weeks. Defrag the thing every week or every other day or what have you. And just treat the thing nice. This lady has treated me so nice across the last 15, 16 years. It has given up the ghost and I had to literally turn the life support off from last year. The last 2 projects I was working on this computer was the Salute project and also Therapy. The pre-production was done on this computer, but the post-production was done on my new computer. After that, it just gave up the ghost, gave me a SMART smart message to say to me that she was dying and I need to back up my files straight away, to which I did. I know it just seems like iron and metal and plastic and silicon chips and all of that, and why are you going and do lally over computer? But this computer has served so many memories for me. It's produced some great music and I've had some good times with this, and in turn some really great collaborations with the help of Miss Windows right here. Now, those days were very dear to me for the simple reason that I only had a certain amount of equipment to work with, and I kind of kept myself disciplined into just using what I have and making good of that and working in a specific time frame and having the discipline in doing so with each and every project that I start. That has in turn made me what people call a year-to-year artist, where I make albums every year. Although people might think it's strange for me to keep making albums year after year and don't let the albums breathe. But for me, it is simply this. Once I have ideas and songs in my head by way of expression, I've got to get it out. It's just my way of communicating. And I think with the albums that I make, it's more communication and expression and the need to do that. It's not from okay, I've got a new album out now, buy my album, come to my shows, come to my concerts, buy my merchandise. It's not really about that, although that does help in terms of reinvesting back in your productions and everything else that coexists with your productions. But primarily for me, it's all about expression. It's just about expressing myself, and it's about my artistry, as it were, and the need for it to just come out as it's recorded, as it's done. Because I've heard so many horror stories over many years about people who have recorded great albums, and because of the disagreement they've had with the producers or the record labels or the record companies, that their material has been shelved. It's happened to the greatest of us. It's happened to George Michael. It's happened to Prince. It's happened to a lot of people. For me to be able to express myself in the way that I do, doing what I do, is really important. And I know I'm digressing in some kind of way, but at the same time, it kind of ties into the story of my humble beginnings as a producer, because I wanted to have the freedom to produce what I want, how I want, when I want, with who I want. And record companies, if you're signed to them, they're only going to want the thing that kind of generates a cash cow from you. And that's not what music is about for me. I just want to say RIP to Miss Windows. She has been a valuable friend and asset and colleague in my music production career. It's sad to let her go, but let her go I must. And that's basically that. That's all I really have to offer you today by way of a consolation video for not giving you the One May I Do Wednesday episode, which should have been uploaded yesterday. All right, so it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you don't know the coup. People, please abstain from foolishness, even your own. And until we link up next time, people stay blessed. I'm out of here. Maganski. Laters.